Okay, everyone's favorite thing, guac. This is the best and simplest recipe. So you want to get like a substantial, nice, medium-sized bowl. And for 4 people, we're doing 3 avocados. You want to put in the juice of like half a lime or half a lemon. If you want this guac for the next day, a tip and trick, add more lemon juice because lemon juice, the acidity, makes avocados not go bad. So it will make your guac last longer. And then you're gonna add, for this portion size, half a chopped tomato. Mix that up nicely with the lemon juice. Yummy. It's gonna be a party. You're going to add a clove of garlic and fresh cilantro.
See you in the next take.
See you in the next. Now for fajitas. Gotta have everything. So we're gonna start with green peppers.
You gotta have everything.
You gotta have chicken is marinating, you gotta have corn, we got the guac going. You just have to have specific things. You can't just make fajitas only. So, what we're gonna do is slice up these peppers, okay? You want them to be the long way, like thin strips. You want to at least honestly have the chicken marinating for 1 to 4 hours in the fridge. Like you want a lot of flavor in this type of cuisine. So we got the peppers all chopped up. So what we're gonna do, you want to have a nice big iron cast pan. We're going to use olive oil. You can also use canola oil. Some olive oil, and we're gonna heat it up and put it on like almost medium heat. So let's get that sizzling, and then we're gonna start sauteing onion. This onion I chopped, as you can see, in the long way. Here's the chicken.
Yeah, let's see that.
It's been going, so you can see how much seasoning. You want to be super, super generous because most of the flavor is coming from this seasoning. And we just want to add all that nice onion. I used for this, for 4 people, I used 2 onions and 3 green bell peppers and 8 thin organic chicken breasts. So the onions are softening and caramelizing, so I'm just adding the green peppers, chopped. Keep in mind there's just olive oil right now in the pan. Most of the seasoning will come from the chicken. But once I get all these green peppers in here, I'm gonna add some salt and pepper, of course. Just always have really, really good either Mediterranean or Himalayan salt.
Yeah.
You can already smell, my mouth is like sopping. You can smell how good it's gonna be. Can't wait. This is my favorite, by the way, cuisine of all time. I love Mexican food, Latin American culture in general. I just love it and connect with it. The music, I am Mrs. Iglesias, like, just saying. Peppers and onions are slowly starting to caramelize and crisp up. 10 to 15 minutes and then they'll be done. Turn it up to medium-high heat and just kind of let it sit. And then once this is ready, and before we start the chicken, we're gonna do the corn and the black beans. Once it's nice, caramelized and crisp, and cooking up a storm, we are going to transfer, so be careful, it's gonna be hot, hot, hot. Ouch. Alright. Put it into a big bowl. So, peppers and onions are done. And I'm just going to cover it up so it stays nice and hot. I'm gonna do it in the same pan because it blackens it nicely and keeps a lot of flavor. So for the chicken, re-oil it, olive oil, and I turned it off for now. We're going to do black beans. What we're gonna do is just heat up first some olive oil in a pan, and we're gonna use 2 cans of organic black beans. One of them, okay, you wanna have some juice in the black beans, so for only one of them, you're gonna drain it. And you wanna rinse it with cold water. So on super
Anyways,
after charging battery. On super high heat for like 30 seconds, you just wanna, I'm taking a risk because I'm literally touching the hot pan, but you want to crisp up. We have corn tortillas. You can really use whatever your heart desires. Just want to crisp them up, warm them up. So like I said, you want to do 1 can of black beans with the juice, okay? So you're just going to dump that full can in. And then you want to take those drained ones. You want to put that in. Add a handful of onion, 1 clove of garlic, you want to add a significant amount of cumin. We like spice in this family. If you really don't like spice, I would add only like a pinch of cumin. So now, the best part. We're gonna do the chicken. So you wanna use the same cast iron pan that you use for peppers and onions. So let's just take a second to heat up. The black beans are going. Let it kind of cook and boil in itself with all the spices and juices flow. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the beautiful marinated chicken and you're just gonna start transferring it. Even though it's been marinating for a while, I'm still gonna take a packet. I buy, for chili and for fajitas, I buy these little packets that have specific seasoning mixes. And I only use like half for the chicken. And I'm just going to sprinkle a tiny bit. You really want to get as much flavor as possible. A lot of cilantro, and just chop it up nicely, and you want to toss it into the black beans. It truly, I know not everyone likes cilantro, but it really makes a difference. Now the chicken is cooking, so you want to flip the pieces. I'm just gonna turn up the heat a little bit, not onto high, but you want to get the chicken nice and crisp. Then what I'm gonna do is pop open a bag of corn and just put it into the oil. And just mix up this corn. Corn is probably the easiest thing to make, especially if you just buy a bag of it like this. And that can just sit there. Stir up the black beans. Now they're really starting to go. And just add some more spice. Cook up the chicken. Now it's really cooking, really boiling. You got all the juices of the meat. You can also use steak. You can use, you know, vegan, veggie You can use shrimp too. You can do it with seafood and just literally just use that spice packet and salt and pepper and make whatever type of fajitas your heart desires. But we like chicken, so. You want to lower it to like medium heat. Then you want to take beautiful onion and peppers in your bowl. It's being warmed up still. And you want to add the onions and peppers into the chicken just for like 5 to 7 minutes so that all the flavors condense. And then you're gonna transfer it back into this bowl. So just leave that to the side and mix it all up beautifully. Turn the black beans off. I'm just gonna let this sit. You just want to add that corn into the bowl and somehow not make a mess. So let me know if you do, because every time I cook it's a disaster, but it tastes way too good to care. So what we want to do now, gotta get an oven mitt, transfer beautiful black beans into a bowl. And hot when we serve it. Mix up the chicken and peppers. Everything going.
But is this ready?
Yes.
For sure.
Yes.
Bon appetit.
Taste test.
Thank you.